Hey, how's it going? Night Door here, Bob. Gotten a couple questions lately about uh, drying cobs, drying up, and developing small cracks, which they sometimes do uh, on the top of the bowl, or around the shank area, or just even in the area between the kernels. They'll sometimes develop cracks. And what I do to prevent that and to improve the life of the cob, and I'm not taking credit for this, I got the idea from reading a posting by John Patton from Tampa and Puff Forum. He's a longtime cob smoker and a tobacco blender, and he has cobs that he has smoked for over 20 years, the same pipe. So that really goes a long way towards dispelling the idea that the cob is a throwaway pipe and that you can't make it last. With proper preventive maintenance, you can certainly have a pipe that'll last you a long time. And he says he knows other people that have cobs that have lasted them 30 years. So and like I said, I maintain with cleaning. I clean after every single smoke. I clean my pipe inside the bowl, in the shank, and in the stem. And about once a month, I will take, I use beeswax hand cream, Burt's Bees. You can pick this up at any at Walgreens. You don't have to use this. You could also use aloe vera, which is what John suggested. Olive oil. Olive oil works very well as well. I personally like the beeswax hand cream because it leaves a sweet flavor. In your smoking, it makes your smoking sweeter, a sweeter taste. What you do is about once a month, you just take the beeswax or olive oil or aloe vera, okay, you wipe it in on the top, the rim, onto the outside of the bowl, okay, and on the shank, okay, and you do this about once a month, and then you just set it aside and you let it sit for 30 minutes or so, and let it just soak into the cob. And then what you do is take your clean washcloth and simply wipe it off. Now, like I said, John uses aloe vera, which I have used, and aloe vera also, like the beeswax, will leave a sweet flavor to the pipe. For the next couple weeks, this pipe will be especially sweet when I smoke. Cobs breathe much better than briar pipes do. So the beeswax or aloe vera or olive oil, if that's what you're using, will leave somewhat of a taste when you're smoking your pipe after you're done. That's why I use the beeswax or aloe vera, because it'll leave a sweet taste. Olive oil leaves a slight taste as well. There's nothing wrong with olive oil. A lot of people have it handy because they use it on briar pipes as part of a preventive maintenance program on briar pipes. That's a long, old time, pipe maintenance trick from way back. Old timers using olive oil on briar pipes and stems to keep them nice and shiny. But there's not really much worry with a briar pipe getting dried up and cracked. But there is, to some extent, with a cob, it'll get dried up and cracked. So, like I said, about once a month, take your olive oil or beeswax or aloe vera and rub it in. Let it set for 30 minutes, and then wipe it off. And for the next couple weeks, your pipe will be especially sweet. I tried this once with an unfinished cob. You can clearly see the difference between a finished and an unfinished cob. And I tried it, with the beeswax, and it was really, really sweet tasting. But it could not be thoroughly cleaned out of the cob, and the cob eventually had to be thrown away because it got super funky. I mean, super funky. And because since it had no finish on it, it mixed in with the oils and grease of your hand. I was driving truck at the time, and sometimes I would smoke a pipe and I'd have dirty hands, and it would the oil and grease would mix in with the beeswax, and it just got to be very, very funky. So never try that on an unfinished cob, okay? Do not do it on an unfinished cob. But I highly recommend it on a finished cob, okay? You know, like your diplomats, your country gentlemen's, you know, your free hands, just as long as it's finished. Don't do it on an unfinished cob, okay? About once a month, and you will really go a long way towards keeping your cob from drying up, cracking. Basically, you don't want your cob to turn into that throwaway pipe. Whoops. Had my alarm set, got a pizza in the oven. So I'm going to go now. Till next time, may all your roads be smooth, chicken house is closed, and may your pipe never run empty. God bless.